Welcome in, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good night. What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hit that cash app one time, one time. Just
You got
joking.
that Clown Royal on deck. No, not really. So I want to let Famously do the intro here. Let you guys kind of get a feel of what we're going to do tonight and what we're getting into. Famously?
All right, you want me to do the intro?
Yes, it's your area, buddy. I'm just helping you get the message out there.
No, I'm just joking. All right. We're gonna discuss. We're leading in from where we left off last night, and to give you guys some clarification, we're gonna give you a bunch of information that connects the dots to these conflicts of interest. Um, but we're gonna cover an interrogation and a tactic that was used against Blease White for, he wasn't even trying to falsely confess. He was denying. You'll see in the interview. We're going to show you some supplemental reports from the Housing Authority, Washington Gardens, that details them having keys to every apartment. We are going to go over some of the connections of some of these public servants and people that they have connections with, as well as a club that they're involved in that's in what is Harrison Street and Marion Street, which, believe it or not, is the Italian historical neighborhood of Elkhart, Indiana. And ironically, the video that you will see will show you how all these people that used to live in that neighborhood and still have a club in that neighborhood are connected to the Wolverines, corruption, government. And the question that I have is, why isn't there a key holder for the housing authority, like a maintenance man or somebody? I mean, I understand the fire department or somebody having keys to get in for emergency situations, but why do the police have keys to every apartment? I mean, God forbid they had a police substation in these apartments. So why do they need a key, a master key to every apartment when, let's be honest, Andy Royer, Lena Kanan, um, Christopher Parrish,
Done.
Keith Cooper. These convictions came out of incidents that happened at Housing Authority of controlled apartments. Mr. Dunn was at an actual apartment in a different, in the neighborhoods, off from there, but still at the same time. That, that's what we're going to go over. We're just going to basically give you some proofs. You know, we're putting some sauce on that shit. We're not just talking about it like, oh, well, guess what? No, we're going to show you. So stay
Yeah,
tuned.
we don't want to be these types that just tell you something and then not provide the evidence to back it up. We want you to see firsthand exactly what we're talking about and why we're talking about these things. Um,
That's right.
this isn't just fluff. This is real talk, and we're going to get into why and how all of these things have come about. So, you got
Yeah,
anything else?
I mean, well, I'm tired of, running around recording these fools that we read in the lawsuits last night that they're never disciplined. They never do anything to change what's going on like they're ordered to, like the Constitution and, the laws require them to. They don't hold each other accountable. The ones that say, oh, well, the ones that do say they're aware of corruption or, that are afraid to speak out, I mean, that's failure to act or prevent. I mean, it's stated in every damn lawsuit there is. So, I mean, if you're in Elkhart and you know that there's corruption going on, I don't care where you are in the United States. If you know there's corruption going on, it's time you better speak up right now, or else your ass is going down the shit pipe. Plain and simple. That's how it is. So if I'm out there standing with my camera, I mean, don't be surprised. But when your family comes into the chat, oh, you guys are just out there giving us the guff. Well, I mean, you're surprised there ain't more people doing it. There should be. Everybody, if you live in Elkhart, Indiana, or if you live in the United States, record all interactions with public servants. The ones that are professional and are doing their job, they'll tell you they don't care if you're recording them because they're not having nothing to worry about. It's always the loudest ones that come up to your camera. When you research them, you find out more stuff about them, like we did Vickery and his brother. Well, let's roll. We can roll with it. This is Steve Rizzuto. He's an interrogator that unalived himself after he was deposed by one of the attorneys through the exoneration committee. But this is his tactics and how all of this stuff came about in these interrogation rooms. And this is a video that'll show you that. And this is Blease White. He's still incarcerated to this day. You can go on the Indiana Offenders website or the Connect Network, and you can find him. If you're watching this, you need to reach out or something. Maybe the guy might need a bag of chips. All you got to do is go to Connect Network, add inmate, tell him you heard about his case. You feel sorry for him here, whatever. There you go. That's how you do it. I think Pink Taco can even send a link up or something in there. Somebody can. Connect
We're
Network.
also any of these videos, any of these links that we're showing on screen here, it will be in the description tab of my video, and I'm sure that famously we'll put them in there after the video is done too. So, all this you can go read for yourself if you don't believe, what we're saying. Links will be in the description.
Yeah, what we'll do is add them later so you can go check it out.
All right, so
Thank
let's
you,
start
guys.
out with this clip from Yahoo News. And again, this is Blease White and Steve Rizzuto.
I'm gonna mute mine and give you an avatar.
Yep.
We got a lot of Kleenex here. We got coffee. We give you stuff. Let's relax. And none of this. What? Trying to cut a deal. Right, and that's what we're trying to do here. That's. I'll go to jail for the rest of my life. Would you rather do that than just not look on how to do it, dog? I feel like shit, man. I'm just feeling like you'll hold out a lot more to strap you that girl and start pumping it in your veins. Down. I mean, I guess I have no choice, man. You do have a choice. You do know that I don't know nothing. You know enough that would help. What do I know? What do you want to know? I want to know. I want you to stop backing up. I want you to stop running away. Running away from what? You answered the question I needed to answer. I did not kill that man. Okay. Okay. So now we can turn you into a witness. They leave you at the motel and they go do it. And then the next time, well, you went to 3 points. Okay. What do you want to hear? What we want from you, flat out. Here's what I want from you. I'm gonna tell you what I want from you. Truth. I want just the truth. Just the truth. Just the truth. No bullshit. Don't try to make yourself look good. Don't try to make yourself look bad. Just the truth. Just the fucking truth. It's serious business. So we can clean you up. We can turn you into a witness. And you got other charges you need help with. We just get you on down the fucking road. That's just bullshit. Well, we can get you a day and a half, so that ain't no big deal, right? We can get you a day and a half. That other one, that ain't a big deal. This AJ deal's a big deal. To walk you on down the road, a day and a half in jail, and you're on probation. Probation. Well, I'm just telling you, these prosecutors.
Drive Time has a big announcement. An even easier way to buy a car. You make the deal yourself.
I make the deal myself.
It's the Drive Time Real Deal Maker.
Pump the brakes, Tim.
I can't. I'm too excited.
It lets you customize the real down payment and monthly payment of the car you want to buy.
I make the deal myself?
It's your car. You should make the deal you want.
You can customize terms on literally thousands of cars in no time. The deal you make on your phone is the deal you pay. You make the deal yourself. Let's go!
Get the real deal at drivetime.com.
Trump spent $37 million on ads that mention transgenderism, transgender rights. The most famous of
I think that's
Kamala
over
Harris
with.
talking about how she supports the existing law.
All right, that was over with. I should have said something before. It wasn't very long. All right. So as you guys can hear, we'll clean you up. We'll give you the interrogators giving plea bargains now, doing what the prosecutor's supposed to do. That don't even make sense.
Yeah, a lot of this shit going on in this area doesn't make sense, brother.
You know, we'll give you a day and a half. We'll clean you up. We'll make you a witness. Like where
And we'll
what
put you on
he
probation.
went
No
from
big deal.
no, he went from putting a needle in his arm to taking him out to giving him a day and a half credit and letting him out and cleaning him up and giving him a year and a half probation. Like they don't make drugs that good anymore. Whatever drugs these Wolverines were on is I don't understand, man. I don't understand it. But it- I don't know. It just maybe that's the reason he unalived himself. He's just that stupid, obviously. But
Very good possibility. The
now,
next thing you've got here is the Sunbiz.
well, we'll do the yeah, we can do. Yesterday there was there's actually an article in that where I sent you for that judge with the it's got highlighted at one at the top it's yellow and then at the bottom it's orange or something or green
No.
in the judge one.
The photos.
Yeah.
Uh, let me see here,
But
Judge. Oh, not it.
all right.
Give me
Well,
just a second, y'all.
I can explain. All right. Now, Judge Teresa Cataldo was removed from these cases for having a conflict of interest, in which was her ex-husband. In her testimony or statements to the Supreme Court, she indicated that there was no contact with her or a conflict of interest with her since 2003. But one of her family members was in a business partnership in 2008 in Florida with her ex-husband, who was a Wolverine, and which is 5 years later than what she had testified to. Um, if you know how close these families are and stuff like that, and the events that they do, you would understand that they would still know, or understand judges have to, keep the, the presentation of to the court that they are neutral and there's not anything conflicting. They cannot create the appearance of a conflict or anything in that matter, the appearance of prejudice or the appearance of indifference. They're supposed to remain neutral. You know, that's why there's a blind over Lady Justice. She's blind. She's not. She don't have connections and people tipping her scale. It's what it's supposed to really be. It's not
Trying
really
to
as yeah.
trying to find that link real quick, man. That way people
It's
can
in
see it for
another.
themselves.
It's a picture though. It's like a just a regular photo in the Cataldo one.
Apologize for the delay here, y'all.
You guys, we got all night. You can rewatch this or share it or.
I'm not seeing anything in that folder.
All right, that's no big deal. You can just. All right, you can do the Sunbiz thing because it's a link that you already have pulled up. And Steve Capoletti was married to Cataldo till what 2003. She stated she had no contact with him. But if you look at this,
Just a bigger.
yeah, a little bit bigger. Sunbiz is Florida businesses. What I found is a lot of these people like Judge Path, Capoletti, Sigsby, these people all went to Florida. As you can tell, that the foreign limited liability company, the document number, the foreign number, the date it was filed was 5/7 of 2008, in the state of Indiana. Okay, the status is inactive because it was revoked for the annual report. So basically, they wanted to do a business report on this before they reinstated it. So, yeah,
Based
there
out
you
of
go.
Kissimmee, Florida, guys.
Based out of Kissimmee, Florida. So they're in a business partnership together in 2008. And no, we're not trying to dox anybody or anything like this. These are open public business records. It's no different than looking at my case and clicking the little blue dot by somebody's name. This is straight journalism 101.
Yeah, this is we'll look at it. We can even look at it in
PDF format. There you go. Foreign limited liability company.
and I'll
Which
tell you
means
what, I'll
it's
grab
out of state.
this link right now and I will throw it in the chat. Paste that right there. Boom.
If anybody remembers this cop, he worked in Bristol. He was fired. It was a real secretive thing. It's all right. Well, I want a divorce, but you know, in 5 more years later, just you know, go make a business with my uncle. That's exactly what that is.
And here's the original that's not in PDF form.
Yeah.
I will copy that and throw it in the chat as well.
This isn't Bruno's Pizza is delicious stuff, you guys. This isn't to attack him in any way.
We're not
This
attacking the
is
business. We're just trying to show
no.
you connection to what
We're
we're about to
showing
show
you the
you.
connections to more of what we're going to show you.
But I mean,
Now you do have the pictures you're able to pull up with the statements of these police about keys and apartments and telling people to go back into their house and telling them to show
yeah.
up, right?
Yeah, I'll have to.
We can start with just the first one and go through them, whatever we get to. You know what I mean?
Let me see here. That was
The housing authority one.
about the protective services.
Yeah. Yeah. Security.
Well, that's just
So
showing
the
totals.
police. Yeah, you can show them the totals to start out with, whatever. Now these are older.
See if I can throw this.
Are you sketching out on yours?
Am I sketching out? What do you mean?
Never mind. It just sounded like you were talking real fast for a minute.
No, I wasn't even saying a word. I'm trying to show slides and PDF. Ooh. There we go. Upload file, which means that documents. No. No, you're just not coming up for some reason.
Really? Well, we ain't
Yeah.
gonna do much.
We'll stop that and we'll see if we can share something else here. Share. Let's see if I can get that. Bring up this one. Can y'all see that?
Yeah,
It's
we
not
can
showing
see
it,
it.
is it? Now I've got a
It's just
picture
showing
brought
you
up.
a list of files.
Yep. I don't know why it's not letting me.
It won't let you bring in no single picture up and present.
It will not. Stop sharing. Let's try this again. It worked earlier when I tried it. We're gonna have to do it one at a time.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. We're gonna have to one at a time is the best way. Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah. So, these are a little older, but I was fortunate enough to find some copy paper boxes in my yard one time, and these were in it. Loud juveniles in the area of 1310 Delaware, apartment B. They were public relation, and then they went inside. So to build public relations, you send people in the house. Corporal Byler, Patrolman Titus. You know what Patrolman Titus was? One of the
Hmm.
guys that punched that guy in the face in the chair.
Oh, really?
Corey Newland was the other one. So you see the pattern here? They put officers that'll punch you in your face in a chair in these areas, and then that's how they treat the public. But then you got other ones that, cameraman's coming up. And then when you ask him his name and badge number, he ain't got to give you nothing because his name's Vickery, Cody Vickery. And, lo and behold, somebody in the chat finds out that he's getting a divorce. Sorry. I mean, it's public record. If the judge was getting a divorce, it would be plastered all over the news. Your brother had a DUI or an OWI. You had unsafe start tickets, speeding, like reckless driving, speeding. The Millersburg boys are rough, boy. They're hot to trot, spoiled brats. But yeah, this is what you're dealing with. They conducted, these are the security protocols because the police are hired and paid a certain amount of money to do this. And as Midwest clicks through some of these photos, you'll see more, and we'll get to that. I mean, you got foot patrols were conducted, loud subjects at 355 at Wagner spoke, with people. I'm not going to name names and everything. It's on the screen. But if this was you, it's out there, you guys. This is what they were doing to you guys. So when you seen these officers, if you remember speaking to these officers on this date, this will reiterate, they had keys to your apartments, and we're getting ready to show you that. Not only did they thought they had keys, but they went and got them, and they doubled down on it and got them.
Yeah, I'm trying to add, but it's just not going to let me here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop share. Yeah, I got to stop share and then reshare each time.
That's fine. We got time, Bub. No big deal.
One of these days, I'll figure it out how to get a slideshow. Hey, and Victor, it's good to see you, man. I'm not ignoring nobody. I'm trying to keep videos or pictures up on the screen while Famously is talking to you guys. So I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just trying to get this. All right.
I'd like to say hello to everybody in dispatch watching. Welcome to the show. Thanks for stimulating the algorithm. Appreciate it. There's a reason everything comes to the light, you guys. There you go.
Yes, Kilted. I saw that you said on Famously stream that his is better than mine. I know. I put it on the screen, dude. Don't care. His is better. Cool.
What is it?
Let's pay attention here.
Wow. Be nice.
He likes to mess with me. It's all good.
All right, if you could zoom her in a little bit.
Let me see. See if I can.
We're making it difficult tonight, you guys, to get these documents up for you, but we'll get them there. We're right. Oh yeah, keep going a little more. A little more, a little more. Right there. Ooh, right there. All right, this is Corporal Jason Ray and Jeff Tillman. 519, 520, 2300 hours to 0100 hours. All right. So the summary is the neighborhood was fairly calm and quiet until approximately 03:30 hours when we were approached by a resident from 403 Chapman Avenue, Apartment A, who advised there are ongoing issues in our parking lot. Residents also stated renters and visitors from 423 Chapman Avenue, Apartment A, has been trying to pick fights with her when she leaves her apartment and is worried it will escalate. Subject stop was completed, and two loud subjects in the parking lot in front of 403 Chapman Avenue, Apartment C. Both subjects stated they were visiting at 403 Chapman Avenue, Apartment C. Vulgar language and loud conversations were observed by the two at approximately 050 hours prior to making contact with them. Subject identified from 403. See what they're doing? They put their names in here. These, if these are your names, they noted your names because you were cussing. You were exercising your right to freedom of speech. So they put your names in the notes. Jason Ray. Go back up real quick. Oh no. Tillman 427 and Ray 383. Jason Ray
Corporal
is
J. Ray. Yep.
yeah, he's the president of the Fraternal Order of Police right now. So they were cussing and loud. I ain't never went anywhere in the hood where it wasn't somebody cussing or loud. I don't get mad about it. Call the police. But no, you can't cuss. Marbury versus Madison. I think it states that anything that goes against the Constitution is null and void, right?
I think
Pretty
that.
much.
Yeah.
What about Houston v. Hill? I mean, that was recent, compared to the. I don't know, man. These people are just. Yep,
I wonder, did that take it away? It did. Okay. So
they're
we'll
the.
present another one here.
Not only are they the Wolverines, they're the voice Nazis.
They're the Nazis of everything.
Well, I mean, well,
They don't want anybody doing anything that they can't control.
plenty. Okay.
Oh, hold on,
Oh,
let me
this
get it
is
brought up.
Corporal Roa and Lieutenant Coke. Lieutenant Coke was arrested for a DUI, I believe, on County Road 17. He's still employed there. Was. Uniform vehicle and foot patrols. Foot patrols of the high rise. Scroll down just a little bit. I gotta go back up a little bit. Yeah, right there. Foot patrols of high rise checked the back parking lot, reference complaints of drug usage or dealing, did not observe anyone. Watched the stop sign at Delaware and Chapman and Delaware and Wagner. Traffic stop for violation of stop sign. Citation issued to driver. Spoke with subject that was riding his bike. He had concerns of officers only working in gardens to harass tenants and their visitors. So you spoke to a subject that was riding his bike, and he had concerns that you're only working in there to harass people and their visitors. When the last thing we read, they were. I mean, your visitors cussed, so, or they went and public relation some kids they didn't have permission to talk to and told them to go back in the house. Gets
Unbelievable.
better.
And just know, guys, that this is all because they had keys to these Washington Gardens.
Yeah, that's why
That's
we
why they
found
were
out about
there.
all this.
We
Well, I mean,
have a whole
they
box
had
full of
a
this shit.
no, they had a police substation there, and they were hired and paid money to do security in there, and they took it to the point where they had the police telling them when street lights were out. I mean, they're doing street department stuff, or when the dumpsters are full. That's maintenance. I mean, telling them if there's potholes. I mean, I can understand that'd be a safety issue, but you know, Washington Gardens, 7-11-17, Roa and Coke, foot and vehicle patrol. did foot patrols of the high rise, spoke with residents, assisted with an eviction at 402 Wagner Apartment D. I thought evictions were civil matters. There was I mean, there's no details to your note. It's just assisted with an eviction. Could have been court ordered. Spoke with a resident at the 1410 Delaware Apartment B, referenced her vehicle on Delaware that had expired plates. Resident at 422 Wagner Apartment D did not feel that just anyone should be allowed to park in front of her apartment on a city street. We spoke with a resident and explained that it was a city street. We also spoke to the owner of the vehicle, visitor, and the resident she was visiting, and they advised it is an ongoing problem. The reason I saved this is because this is a supplement report where the police admit that those are city streets in there. I already knew that they were city streets, but I save stuff like this because in case there's an argument later, because they could say, well, the housing
Absolutely.
authority don't want you in here. No, it's a city street and I will be in here. And that goes to people parked on the side of the road that were visiting people they told to leave. They have no right to tell somebody to leave from the public.
None.
Now, everybody will say, well, there's high crime here. There's high crime here. There's high crime in the department. They don't make them leave. Washington Gardens foot patrols and vehicle patrols were conducted. Several children were observed outside playing without parental supervision in the complex and advised to go inside, in which they complied. Public relations provided at 501 Wagner Avenue, Apartment A. So yeah, your kids can't play outside. Get in the house. Sounds
Yeah,
of
no
what appeared
playing
to be.
outside. You got to have a parent out there at all times because they're the parent police too.
Well, then right here, it sounds of what appeared to be a verbal argument heard from 315 Wagner. Made contact with Rita Davis. Rita advised that she was yelling at her children. Let it be noted, Rita was very hesitant to let us inside and did not want to identify herself. Well, just because she's yelling for her kids or at her, get in the house or don't be over there, doesn't mean it gives you a right to let you in her house.
Right.
She was very hesitant to let us inside. Well, hell yeah, she was hesitant to let you inside. The Fourth Amendment guarantees her that right to not have your ass inside. I observed a male, James Wilson, riding his bicycle on the street area in the 300 block of Chapman Avenue without having a front light or rear light. James was given a warning. Assisted watch 3 with the physical altercation in the area of Indiana Avenue and Prairie Street, that's down by the mayor's house. It's a block and a half away. Beat him in the chair, Titus, and Patrolman Byler. I think he's Corporal Byler now. But Titus was the one. So you wanted to be in people's houses? You wanted to slap them in chairs?
They want to do everything.
What gives you a right to be in someone's house? Just because they were addressing their kids. It's 14th Amendment gives you the right to parent how you see fit. Not the police to intervene. Foot patrols, vehicle patrols were conducted. Subject was stopped in the area of Benham Avenue and Wagner Avenue for riding his bicycle with no lights or audible device. Subject was given a verbal warning and released. That's actually by the LA Lounge. It's not even part of the Housing Authority property, and they're out there. You're supposed to be doing security in the Housing Authority property, but you're out by LA Lounge in Moe's or Joe's Candy Store giving people guff about their bicycle. Subject was stopped in the area of Benham Avenue for playing loud music and disturbing the area. Subject was given a verbal warning and released. Parking
So
problem.
playing music now is disturbing the area.
Yeah, they used to have noise ordinances for that. They give you big tickets and fines.
No, this is between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. So
the after
noise
10, like the
ordinance.
noise ordinance, yeah. Loud
Yeah.
subject reserved in the front of 423 Chapman. Subjects were advised to go inside or get a ticket for noise ordinance. Well, going inside doesn't mean it gives you the right to imprison them, like with due process. Suspicious vehicle in the parking area behind 334 Chapman. Vehicle was observed having an expired plate by more than a year. I mean, I can understand that. Several vehicles obstruct not having any, whatever that
Observe.
is there's no
A
initial
parking
by
permit.
that. Yeah. Well,
Most
park
vehicle
on
owners
chat.
advised they resided in the Washington Gardens and were waiting on housing authority to issue permit.
Right. And then it's Titus and Myler again.
Yeah.
They're partners, they're jump out boys. That's what they are. Ready to go.
Thugs. Uniformed thugs paid for by our tax dollars out there harassing people. And a lot of this is still going on. I don't know about the keys to the apartments or anything like that, but they're still doing the same shit. The
I remember
same
going
type
to
of shit.
Joe's. I remember going to Joe's candy store, and then I'd ride over to 6th Street and go to Moe's or whatever it was there. And then across the street in this little house, there was a candy store. We was young bucks. We were riding our bikes all through 6th Street, jumping the tracks at Civil Defense and going over to Harrison and Marion. Carl Miller, Lieutenant. Corporal Jason Ray, Corporal Byler. We worked the Washington Gardens Complex security detail from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. During this time, we made several patrols around the complex in our patrol vehicles. We conducted foot patrols. Also, during the shift, we addressed, that's a typo, a noise complaint on Wagner Avenue outside of apartment 327A. If you notice, there's a pattern with this 327. They keep putting it in the notes for a reason. During this, we addressed a female that was at the rear of the address screaming very loudly. It was a disagreement between daughter and mother, and it was stopped, and the subjects went inside. We observed 4 males that were hanging out by a vehicle on Wagner Avenue and asked them to move along as they did not have any association with any residents inside the complex. It's a public street. It doesn't matter if they're associated with anybody inside. It's a public street. If they wanted to stop there and take a break and stretch their legs, they really do have a right. Unless they're
They
impeding
have just
traffic.
as they have just as much right as people that live in those apartments.
And this is your
They
FOP president's thoughts about the streets. Like he can just tell people to leave this public whenever he wants.
Again, Corporal Jason Ray. The rest of the shift was quiet with no foot traffic and very little vehicle traffic.
Well, I
So
bet
they're
so.
out there to observe everything. I mean,
Everything.
who would want to go outside when the cops are sitting there fucking harassing motherfuckers?
I mean, you're
You
talking
know?
about like the brokest. These are government low income apartments. Like these are the brokest people, man. Like like you're not out there in Pheasant Ridge or Greenleaf telling people not to be standing by their cars. You get a phone call to the station quicker than shit, and you never go back over there again.
Yep.
Now they do have policies of living in the apartments and noise and all that stuff, understood, but it's a public street.
R&R. You may not have caught the part where we were telling people that these cops were giving master keys to this apartment complex. And yes, they were pretty much staying there. They had like a substation there.
They've had it for years. They used to have it shut down where there was barricades where you couldn't even drive in there, literally. You had to use certain ways, control movement. Beezy knows. T. Beezy knows. Neighborhood was fairly calm and quiet. We were approached by residents from Chapman who advised there were ongoing issues in her parking lot. Resident all state renters and visitors from 423 Chapman apartment neighbor have been trying to pick fights with her when she leaves her apartment and is worried it will escalate. Subject stop was completed and 2 loud subjects in the parking lot, 403 Chapman. Both subjects stated they were visiting 403 Chapman, apartment C. Vulgar language and loud conversations were observed by the two at approximately 050 hours. Prior to making contact with them, subject identified 403 Chapman, and then the same names. You see what the names are putting on there. It's another report of them.
And this, what they're doing is trying to establish a routine.
Probable cause, or else.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Just disgusting behavior. I think we got one more here.
Should have a few more actually. We should have the key ones. The master
Well,
key
just
ones.
just of these that I opened up.
Okay. You're good. It'll probably be in there. Hopefully, this next one's it. I can't remember any other ones.
This is the last one from that file that was sent.
Loud juveniles in the area of 13. They were PR'd and went inside. Yeah, we already read that one earlier.
There's Byler and Titus again.
Yep.
Now I got to go back over and go into this right here. Which one? Elkhart Police Security, Elkhart Housing Authority.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we just opened up, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I can go look again. What's easier for you to open them up? I mean, you don't have no messenger or nothing over there, right?
No.
You want them in email. I sent them all. I'll do it again, though. Hold on.
Yeah, but I can't open them in email. It's going to open up outside of that and it's still going to cause the same problem. You know what I'm saying? These are the pay stubs for them. Oh, don't need that one. So we'll go back over here.
Key ones.
You understand these better than it? Go ahead.
Yeah, the key ones will have the bottom highlighted in them. Fairly decent amount, like some of them. There's one that's just straight blank that isn't.
They're not showing up.
I'm gonna go look, bro.
Well, I'm trying to share it. I've got it brought up right here. It's not letting me present it.
I'll find them. Don't worry, I'll find them.
No, we'll just do it like this. There.
I'm just
Here's
gonna
one
get to
talking
these
about
keys. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right here. The incident occurred after working the above hours, or we can read it all. Did vehicle patrol, saw numerous children out playing, none of which were causing problems. Received a noise complaint at that 403 Wagner. After a short investigation, nothing was found. Sounds like there's like a Karen in there just constantly complaining or something. Or
Absolutely.
This incident occurred after working the above hours, but is an issue. Officers were dispatched to 423 Wagner Avenue, apartment B. The resident was taking out her trash when her child shut the door behind her and locked her out. The resident also had a baby inside that was crawling around. The master key that was supplied to the PD did not open the door, thankfully. We attempted to contact maintenance. However, no one answered or responded. We attempted to contact Majestic Security, but they refused to come out. We did finally gain entry after almost an hour. Corporal Lewis and M. Davis.
See, this is them admitting they have a master key. They were given a master key to this.
Right. But
Washington Gardens.
Right. Now check this out. That Lewis. I think Lewis is still on duty. There's another one that says just that, and I'm getting ready to make sure you get it that way. I know you got it. There's your pay. That's what they charged that year.
Oops.
You got enough windows open, bub?
No, I need a few more.
All right. There's one coming into you right now. It's gonna be
So they were given over $20,000 just to harass
walk
these
around.
people.
Yeah, I mean, until you go back in your house. Now I understand there's rules of the apartments. There's certain times a day You're only allowed so many visitors staying overnight, so many nights a week. We all know that. But what did they say? The streets inside there are public. They're public. I mean, there's no, they really can't stop anybody from going in there. It's public. The apartments where they sit on their lots is not public. It's housing authority property. But if you're invited in, there's a process to it. So if you're trespassed from there, you're not trespassed from the public street. You're trespassed from the apartments. There's technicalities here. Just threw it to you, Bubby.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up right now.
Very good. Very good. Hey,
Very
I'm not.
much trying.
No, as long as we can do it, you know what I mean. It's fine. As long as people
I'm
are giving
trying.
you
I'm just.
discussion.
I'm trying to keep it as streamlined as possible, and it didn't work out like I wanted it to.
Yeah,
I had
nothing ever
everything I
goes.
thought was working, but right over here, do that, share stage, and go back over
There we go.
here.
Now this is did vehicle patrols of the complex, saw numerous children out playing. Never heard of a numerous children. None of which were causing problems. I made 2 vehicle stops for traffic infractions. 1 citation was written and 1 warning was given. No calls for service. So nobody called them. But then he took it upon himself. I spoke to housing authority maintenance. I asked if he was aware of the issue we had last week with the department master key not working for the apartments. He stated that he was aware and provided me with a key. He assured me that it would work not only for the Washington Gardens, but any other apartments that is operated by the housing authority.
So
Did
this
it
was
fit?
on 4/11/17,
Yeah.
where they admitted not only the Washington Gardens, but all housing authority apartments. They just were given a skeleton key for every single one.
So back in the day when Helen Saylor, did they have a key to her apartment? The Wolverines? Did they have a key to
Mm.
Nick Kirshner's apartment when he was shot by a high-powered rifle in the stomach?
Well, I mean, what year was this? Did that happen? Because
Andy Royer, early 2000s, the 90s for Keith Cooper and Parrish.
so, we might have to do a little more digging and find out exactly when they were given the master key for these low-income housing. That just sounds like a setup to attack people
Well,
that don't have a way to fight back.
well, what process did he go through to get it approved for this maintenance man to give him a key? Who approved the maintenance man to give them the key?
It
Just the
doesn't sound
maintenance
like it
man?
went through a chain of command.
No, the housing authority wasn't mentioned. I mean,
No, just a maintenance guy. Like, is he
yeah. Or they called Majestic Security.
executor of the estate and can fucking make decisions?
No. Why does the government got a key to your house? And I understand they do through maintenance for maintenance purposes, or that the fire department needs to get in. But the fire
It shouldn't
department
be
also
for.
has a damn battering ram, and they can cut your door off. That's why they call the fire department when police need in people's houses
Yep.
to breach the door. They call the fire department, and the police come as a standby to make sure that the fire department has a witness that they're not breaking in. Sorry, let me rephrase that.
I mean, and then I guess we can go into this
You want
one
Titus
here.
having a key to your apartment? And
Hell no.
no.
I don't want any cop having any
Lori
access to
Newland, you don't want
anything.
them. I don't want Vickery having a key to
Hell
my
no.
apartment. He'd probably go in there and drink all my beer.
Well, Bobby. This is the next one I have. Unless you want to go to something else.
Oh yeah, this is the town of Bristol appears This is Capoletti, going back to Capoletti. This is when he was took in front of the board of
Remember
safety.
this name right here, guys.
Capoletti. Yeah, remember these names. Remember like Bonfiglio, Cataldo, Capoletti, Cristofino, Constantino, Lucchese's. Like these are all people that were elected officials, your commissioners, your judges, and other lawyers. Path was a judge. Remember these names. Capoletti. You know,
After this
remember.
video, after this page right here that we're showing you, we're going to show you how this all ties into what we're talking about
Yeah,
through
we're
Elkhart.
going to do a video. We're using a video that they used in their own voice, which if you look at the general geographical area where the Washington Gardens are, people are familiar with it. If you've ever been to Siciliano's to get your liquor, right next to it is the Italian Club.
Okay, well, let's do this. Let's go in and show it. Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it.
All right, just show it. This is going to show all their relations and who they're all related to, and they brag about it. And it's not us bragging about it, it's them bragging about it. There's your club.
Anybody know what that stands for?
Italian American, I don't know. It's IARA something.
This ties into that video that we're going to be showing too. This right here.
It's not our video. It's somebody, we found it, and it ties all of them in together, and they admit it.
Yeah. So
Look next.
this,
You're good. Yeah, that's your liquor store around the corner that everybody goes to.
yeah, I forgot to do that. So right over here is that Italian clubhouse. Now remember, this is in
the Italian Historical District.
This used to be the Italian neighborhoods, right?
Harrison and Marion, Franklin, Vistula, all that.
Yeah, this is Harrison Street right here.
Art DCO owns DCO Apartments, Arthur J. DCO Foundation. They sponsored Sesame Street. Arthur J. DCO Foundation, Arthur J. DCO owns Skyline Corporation. He also owned DCO Apartments on the river in Elkhart, in the hole. One of the lowest income. It's a flood zone. These were all their neighborhoods back in the day when they came here.
So let's take a trip. It's down this way, isn't it?
What? No, the other way.
Is it the other way?
Yeah,
all right. So you got this Italian-owned liquor store right by their clubhouse.
Oh, there's Italian-owned businesses all down through there. Yeah. All of them are shuttered. Oh, you missed it. Yeah, go back. Yep, go left. Yep, down under the viaduct. There's the Faith Mission. If you get paroled from prison, it's to your right. Or if you're homeless, you go there. You get to see people laying on the stoop doing drugs and everything else.
This is where you get to go when you get out of the joint, guys. You
ain't got nowhere to go. Yep, go right. Yep. One more. That's the side street beside them. One more.
I'm just giving people a look around here so they can.
Right there. That'll get you there. What's that say? It's a church now.
Yeah. Deliverance Temple Church.
Yeah. I think it was when I was a kid, it was like Pastor Crockett and them were in charge of the churches over there.
So this is the apartment complex, one of the apartment complexes, all these here that those cops had keys to. Possibly still do. We don't know.
Yeah. Their heat didn't even work in their office in this place, their substation. But they're worried about the street lights and potholes.
All these apartments, guys. Cops had access to all of them. They had skeleton keys for all of these apartments. Let that sink in.
Yep.
All of these guys. And possibly still do.
Yep, there you go. That's a good place to go that way right there. Takes you right to the high rise.
All of these apartments, guys. All
They need to redo
public
them
housing.
apartments. There's your high rise. You go in there, you don't even want to go in there. You probably get bed bugs on you and a contact high from that citronella wax shit they smoke.
This is public housing too.
Yeah.
So they had keys to all of this as well, guys.
Yeah, and then them two high rises over there, one on Waterfall Drive by the police department. That's where Andy Royer was swiped up at Atlanta Canaan.
Where?
And
Up here?
no, down by the police department.
This way?
No, go turn around. Yeah, go straight. Keep going straight. You can zoom out and I'll show you where it is too, but keep going straight to the light and go left back under the viaduct. Housing authorities right there, the office to your right when you get up past that bus thing. Yep. That's housing authority there. Yep. Next to it's the children's. There he is. That's him. That's him. That's him.
That's him.
That's him.
Right there, man. Holy
That's
shit.
the Google Maps cop watch.
Name and badge number. Car number 2254.
Zoom in on that number. Can we get that number off that car? It's interesting.
2254.
Probably doesn't even exist anymore. I think they use all SUVs now. That's wicked. That's funny. That's him.
What's the odds of that? Us doing a video about the corruption of the police department.
So this was in 2019 when the Street View was done. So yeah.
Yeah. Down here it says July of 2019. So I mean it probably was one of those cops.
Yeah, well. But that's him.
So let me do this real quick. This is all the apartment complex right here. And
all right, now go up and towards your right. Yep. Keep going over. It's gonna be by the railroad tracks and water. All right. Oh, yep. Hold on here. There you are, police department. Now go up that road. Yep, the way you were just facing. There's the police department. Now go straight up that road, Waterfall Drive. Yeah, yep. Keep going. You can see the high rise sticking over them trees. Yep. That's where Andy Royer and Atlanta Canaan were set up. Housing Authority high rise.
Dreaming in, well, I mean, considering that Elkhart, Indiana and Elkhart County, Indiana are quickly becoming the exoneration capital of the nation per capita, I'm sure it still is in practice. Because a lot of the same people are still in either government positions or cops.
That's what I want to know, Pink. How many arrests were made because of the master key and stuff planted? You know, being able to watch. There's cameras in them places too. Yep.
It's disgusting, Dreamy. But yeah, now you all heard about Andy Royer. He got at that time it was the largest settlement in the history of Indiana, I do believe.
All right. And if you're you guys familiar with like the attorney Peter Agostino in South Bend? He defends South Bend. He's a city attorney. He's there. So is Stephanie Namath. Well, when we pay this other video that we're using this video as a review and in fair use when we play it. We want you to listen to all the names that are named in this video and how they admit and brag about who they are. They know each other. They all went to the same schools together. Probably at St. Thomas or whatever. It's kind of like Holy Cross in South Bend.
Absolutely dreamy.
It's a little bit of a long video, but it's not long. It's just, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, almost 6 minutes long.
Yeah,
But
we'll listen.
this right here will, in their own words, tie
Give you your own,
themselves to everything that's going on.
yeah, and it'll give you some history of it too.
So, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
May have to stop it a couple times just for fair use purposes, but
Okay, we'll talk about it.
yeah.
Many of them had come over.
What do you think, Lori? Do you think it was an anti-racist club? Anybody have any thoughts on that?
It's only for one demographical background to attend that club. Um, Once again, you got to understand the fine line between the power that all these people have, and when you know their names and what their influences are in the community, and how they have control over other people in the community, such as your police department, businesses, and restaurants, and sponsorships to TV programs or attendees of law schools, or they're still naming names. Very
Thank you,
good.
Pink, for putting that link in his chat. I pinned that comment. I'll save it. It's favorites there. But if you guys want to go watch it yourselves uninterrupted, you're more than welcome to do so. Pink put that link in there.
Yeah, you can keep going. You'll hear the names of the judges of all these family members are uh they're admitting that they get together and talk about all the experiences they had. Yeah, we sent about 3, 4 guys up the river today. They were innocent, but we had to cover up for whoever did those crimes.
Allegedly. This
Yeah,
is all hypothetical.
yeah,
We got to say that because we don't know for sure. But I mean, even looking at the video that we're playing right now, you can see at different times in the video where it's just the men sitting around talking.
hmm
They've sent children away, they've
all that.
sent the women away, and it's just
Yep.
the men sitting there. So think about that. Why would that be?
We
Yes, I
already
know
know
it's
what happened.
50 to 52, but let's be real about it. Yeah, don't go watch until this ends, you motherfuckers. We're trying to show you guys what's up here. Let's get back to it
For
here real quick.
entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment purposes and educational purposes.
Yes,
and had
mostly
settled
educational.
in their
Yes.
homes in the early teens, 19 teens, or the early 1920s or 1930s. And they lived together. Their kids had grown up together, gone to school together, many of them to St. Vincent's, most of them to St. Vincent's. And so they had many things to talk about. The Luccheses, the Galassos, the Coscarellis, the Varinellis, the Michellis, the Palombos, the Arcaros, the Puglises, the Cataldos, the Visengardis, and the Recchios.
Did you hear that name, guys? The Cataldos. We just went over. We showed some Teresa
Yep.
Cataldo.
Yes, and Capoletti was earlier. They said that in the first chapter of it.
Mm-hmm.
Lucchese was the county commissioner. You'll hear Bonfiglio, Cristofino, You'll hear it in a minute. All of them. They're all judges, lawyers' names.
Only the men around. Women and children are not present in that little footage there. Bonfiglio. I think in another stream we'll be getting more into him.
Mm-hmm.
Montaneros, the Campanellos, the Ursos, the Bergants, the Quequios, the Catapanos, the Fortinos, the Papas, the Antisdales, the Dentis, and the Spiritos.
Well, there you go. Just to give you some sort of idea. So they all went to St. Vincent's school together and were indoctrinated together. Now you got to deal with your judge, Bonfiglio, Cristofino, circuit court judge, Cataldo, she's the judge that was removed from the wrongful convictions. Christopher Spataro, he's a judge. Benjamin Paff was a judge. Casatino, and then Frank Lucchese was Lucchese's family restaurant, and it just keeps going and going and going. Just do the math. All these people are in power and judges, man.
We're going to show you all this too. We're going to show you what we're talking about in future episodes.
That cigar got you?
Yeah, man. No. Questions,
Appreciate you
comments,
guys coming
concerns?
in here. I know it wasn't as entertaining as most feeds and stuff, but it's for informational purposes. Most of this, that's all we're trying to do is get the information out there and letting people just see it for themselves.
A lot of
Yeah,
people wouldn't
same.
see this stuff if it wasn't put out in front of them
Yeah, we
because
can go down all kinds.
it's hidden.
We can go down through all kinds of corruption, man. You get into like what happened in them Catholic churches.
That's a touchy subject. We may not be able to get into that too much, but
We might not even be able to be published. You know who owns all the publishing companies? There you go.
look
We won't
who's
have a sponsor one.
Yeah, look who's went from a newspaper to public resource officer and public image officer of the police department and everything else. So,
Oh, Corinne Strait.
yeah, she's no longer there.
No,
You're
but
fired.
she worked. Finally, she's got a TikTok, probably an OnlyFans. That's be the only way she can make any money. She's put owes about $6,000 I know over in Terra, one of them banks. She's public record. She should go pay that off. She probably should have paid that off before she decided to rage quit.
Yeah, and the day that she got fired from her position at Elkhart PD, she was out making TikToks about it.
I called, and that was the thing that threw me off. It was somebody in Ashley from the. I said, "Dang." I said, "Well, what happened?" I said, "Where Corinne don't work there no more." They ain't even say nothing. Like, no, I'm just working along with her or something. Like, bye bye.
Susan Bass, yeah, I like her. She's awesome. She does good work out there.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, she's out in Salinas or Santa Maria area, one of the two. I can't remember. But I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to share tonight, or?
Well, no, pretty much all we got. I'd share some Chex Mix with you guys, but no, I don't share my Chex Mix. Thank you guys.
I can share some Crown Royal.
But the main thing is, it's a big country club and we're not in it. Well, remember George Carlin when he said that? He wasn't lying to you. It's come along, go along, gang. Go to silence. You got to have pawns in your, your chess game to control. It's like chess isn't just chess. There's always moves and counter moves to protect yourself and other pieces. It's not just getting on the board and throwing a bunch of pieces forward, or it's not how it works. Strategy. It's how life is. A lot of these people have people set up in power to believe that they have power, but when something goes down, it's not the people in power that are falling for it, it's the underlings. And that's the fact.
It just trickles
So,
down.
yeah. Look at Joy Phillips.
Yep. Well, I don't have anything else. Stay tuned though, guys. We're gonna have
Yeah.
more informational panels coming out to you. I know it's not the most exciting. I know there's not any
Yeah, we're not filming
we're not digging
live.
at other people. We're not, trying to spread drama or anything like that. But people need to know about this, whether you're from the area or not. If you think Elkhart, Indiana area is the only place this is happening, you're sadly mistaken. This has happened everywhere. While researching for yesterday's panel, just found out that Illinois in 1 year had, what was it, 173 exonerations, wrongful convictions. I mean, we're right next to each other, and it's just trying to help research his area. Found out about that. So I think the more we dig into it, the more that we're going to find that it's all connected. It's all a big plan. I'm not
Once you
gonna
go
say
down
a
a rabbit hole,
conspiracy,
it
but
keeps going and going.
Lori
It's
says
just a
step
rabbit
away
hole.
from the Chex Mix.
Chex Mix is good, man. That's like fat people love cake. I like Chex Mix.
Hell yeah.
Get you another
Uh,
sponsor up.
D-Man, I'm gonna say that it's not just the blue states. Prison is a money laundering scheme for every
In
single jurisdiction. Every single one.
Indiana is 63% for Republican, mostly. But you've got South Bend that's democratically controlled, and Elkhart is democratically controlled. The mayor even said it's not his job to go back and research all these cases, but that's a lie. It's his job to put a chief in that will probably do that. So what he said was a lie, not my job. He said it real quick, a tough way. But when his brother was missing and drove his car into a pond, he wanted everybody's help to find his missing brother that passed away. But the sad thing is, he don't want no help to find out who did all these wrongful convictions, and now they're unsolved crimes. So you wanted us to go find your brother, but you don't want to find other people's brothers and sisters. Who
How would he have felt if people would have looked at him and said, "Not my job"?
I don't. He's dude
You
came
know
from
what I'm
church
saying? Like they
services.
don't think about that.
Yep, it's
And think
money.
about
Right.
but
What Mike
think
said. Mike
yeah.
said money talks, bullshit walks. He's worried about his money. He knows for a fact that the people that give him his money are the same people. Guess what? Where he goes and has his mayor's nights out, pay attention to them places and who owns them, who gives him the money. They probably
Yeah.
got all the liquor from Siciliano's and gave him all the chairs from the IARA club so he could use them over at the Matterhorn when he had. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. Maybe it does, but maybe I just pay attention too much. I've been a sponge all my life, so thank you.
Now, what these wrongful convictions and these exonerations are doing is bringing up another problem. And you just touched on it too. It's all these cases now that are going to be unsolved. Going to be unsolved cases that the victims and families of the victims are not going to have any clue what they're going to do now because they have no closure. They thought they did. And years and years and years of thinking that they had closure and yeah, we know who did it now. And now all of a sudden they're like, oh shit. Now we're right
Yeah.
back at square one.
It's a good time. Maybe can you play the Bleece White again for everybody that came in here late? Watch that
Shit, I don't
interrogation
know.
again. If you got rid of it, don't worry about it.
No, it'll be in my history. Hold
Yeah, they were caught for putting kids in jail for money and got caught. I was one of them when I was younger.
on.
It was to build up the family courts, get government grants, get money. That's all it's about. And then they were able to put their own people in charge of these programs and embezzle more money. It's money laundering, embezzlement. It goes along all kinds of lines of corruption. And that's what they're involved in. That's what it really comes down to. There's big money in federal grants. Federal money. You get federal money like to build a new jail. I got to have a lot of arrests to make it look like I need a bigger jail. There you go.
All right, so for the people that didn't catch this, we're gonna try and keep the volume up as loud as we can here. We played this at the beginning of the stream, but for those of you that just came in,
Elkhart's a bad place. It's not the only bad place, but it's
We
pretty
got a lot
bad.
of Kleenex here. We got coffee. We give you stuff, but let's relax. And none of this. What?
Trying to cut a deal.
Right, and that's what we're trying to do here. That's.
I'll go to jail for the rest of my life.
Would you rather do that than just nod your head and look at me?
I have to do it, dog. I feel like shit, man. I'm just feeling like
You
shit.
feel a whole hell of a lot more. They strap you to that gurney and start pumping shit in your veins.
Down. I mean, I guess I have no choice, man.
You do have a choice. You
I don't
do
know nothing
have
about
a
this
choice.
thing, man. I don't know nothing.
You know enough that would help.
What do I
us.
know? What do
You do?
you want to know?
I want to know, I want you to stop backing up. I want you to stop running away.
Running away from what? man?
You answered the question I needed answered. I did not kill that man. Okay, so now we can turn you into a witness. They leave you at the motel and they go do it, and then the next time, well, you went to the point. Okay.
I mean, what do you want to hear?
What we want from you, flat out, here's what I want from you. I'm gonna tell you what I want from you.
Truth.
I want just the truth.
Just the truth.
Just the truth, no bullshit. Don't try to make yourself look good. Don't try to make yourself look
Just
bad.
the truth.
Just the fucking truth. You know, it's serious business. So we can clean you up. We can turn you into a witness. And you got other charges you need help with. We just get you on down the fucking road.
That's just bullshit.
Well, we can get you a day and a half, so that ain't no big deal, right? We can get you a day and a half on that other one. That ain't a big deal. This AJ deal is a big deal. To walk you on down the road, day and a half in jail, and you're on probation.
Probation.
Well, I'm just telling you, that's, you know, these prosecutors.
False promises. False.
so they can just go ahead and turn him into a witness. I mean, a minute before they was going to put a needle in his arm and put him to death, and now all of a sudden he's just a witness.
Yeah, we'll give him a 1 day credit, and we got you a 1.5 year probation. We can turn this around. That dude, when he was deposed by Elliot Slozar, went home and unalived himself. That detective Rizzuto did. The other detective was Carlton Conway. There's all kinds of them. Chapman from county. There's Sigsby. There's Dean Marks. There's a state police Dean Marks. It just keeps going and going and going, you guys. It's there's so much of it that it's just a no-brainer. Like, what the fuck is going on, Elkhart? Like, seriously, you think people are that stupid at this point?
Shape up or get the fuck out of the way and let somebody
Right.
step up that can do it right. It's that simple. And that goes for
Vicky,
every county, everywhere.
Vicky Elaine Becker is a Brady prosecutor. You realize that? All those cops that were involved with that, they're Brady. They're going to be on Brady lists. You think that they're not going to recommend them people to go to Brady lists?
They should.
Buckle up.
They should. They should not be allowed to be a cop ever again.
Yeah. Brady cops and Brady prosecutor. Ain't that crazy? It's happened before.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think that's all we got for tonight. Thank you all
guys
for tuning in. You guys rock. Stay tuned. There will be more. There's lots more. And we haven't even gotten into Illinois yet. Just wait.
Yeah, we'll
We-
get
we'll-
on to that. Well, we got to help Midwest with some panels, you guys. It's just, man, I've been researching. I don't stop, you guys. I research.
I don't
all
have the
time.
time to put into it like he does. Like, This
You can
man is
ask.
a research beast.
You can ask him. I got Discord, but I don't have nobody in my Discord. I ain't in there to chat or nothing. You can ask him. I let him come over there and look at it. How much stuff I got in Discord Midwest? Have you made it to the top yet?
Allegedly, I rumor has it that I'm still searching for the top.
Have you really
I'm
found it
just
yet?
saying. No.
Me either.
So
It's gonna take a team of people to organize it, but
yeah. But hey, thank you all guys for turning out to show your support for Famously and myself. We really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Much love, peace, and bacon grease. Midwest.
see you guys. Make sure you sub to
Famously.
everybody in these chats too that help out. Thank you guys.
That's right. Much love, you guys. We'll catch you next time.